Hello, welcome to the video, and today I'm going to be testing a new wax. It is Golden Wax S41 from Candle Shack, something I've not seen before, and it is designed specifically for its scent throw. So that is what we're all looking for, candle makers. We want really good, potent smelling candles. So I'm going to try adding that to the wax I use already, which is SCX, which is a coconut soy blend, and just seeing if I can eke out a slightly better hot throw. I'm not entirely convinced SCX wax is the best for scent throw. However, it does have good features that I am looking for in terms of glass adhesion, perfect resets and things like that. So let's get into it, and I will make a couple of candles and we'll test them in a few days. And it's a very solid wax. I can't make any kind of indentation, so super solid. So we're going to maybe try using 30-40%, mixing with SCX wax and seeing how it turns out. All right, there we have it. 60% SCX and 40% S41. Now, there's nothing wrong with the candles I'm making already. I think they're very good. I'm just always in the quest to improve them. I'm never 100% satisfied with my product, so I'm constantly looking at other options and just seeing how I can get marginal gains just to make it the best possible thing I can make. And because I'm working on a new candle range with some really cool scents and some ideas, I want them to be, like I said, the best thing I can possibly make. Those two little wax melters behind me are really good. They're little power horses. They're about £80 from Amazon, and you can heat up wax so quickly, and it's got a little pouring spout. I did a review in a previous video, everyone have a look at that, where I just sort of break it down and go over the good points. The only thing is it's a bit small, but because it heats up so quickly, I can get them done pretty speedily and then just keep reloading. So apparently the pouring temperature for S41 is about 30 degrees, or until the wax sort of goes opaque and cloudy. So we're going to see how low I can get it. Probably going to be sort of 45 degrees, I think, before I'm going to start pouring, and just see if that works, because we've got 60% SCX wax, and I normally pour that about sort of 50-ish, give or take a couple of degrees. So if I can get that to do the bulk of the work, and hopefully it will cool down nicely and I won't get too many wet spots. We'll see. The S41 does look very hard, so whether that gets more sort of pull away and we get wet spots and frosting, but we'll see. This is just a test. I'm going to use the wicks I normally use and see how they play out, and then I can either wick up or wick down and adjust it as I go. So the wax is just about melted, so we're going to pour them, get them set, and then I think I'll come back in a couple of days and see how they perform. The website suggests like a 2-day cure, so that's what we're going to do. And there we have it, 4 250 gram candle waxes waiting to cool to get to the right temperature, and then we're going to pour the fragrance oil. So these are going to be my 4 sort of secret projects I'm working on, so we're going to get them tested. I really want to get a good hot throw from these, because I've got like a vision, I've got a plan, I know exactly what I want to get from these, and the sort of emotions and nostalgia I want to like evoke from it. So I've got everything in my head worked out. I just need to make the candle actually work and perform how I want to. All right, guys, it's been about 3 days since I made this candle, and this is what it looks like. So this is blended SCX wax with S41, which is a new one on Candle Shack, and honestly, like the set on that, the like glass adhesion is mega. SCX wax is renowned for being really good at adhering to glass, and adding a bit of S41 to it has made no difference, so that is perfect. And the cold throw on it is amazing as well. Like, I think it is a bit better than just using SCX wax on its own. So I am super impressed so far, quietly optimistic. This has got a CL16 wick in, and I've got another one out there with a CL17 wick. I think this might be slightly under wick just from having a look at my other ones out there. I think a CL17 wick is going to be perfect for this jar and for what I'm doing. So, like I said, first impressions, pretty good, and a good glass adhesion. So here's some I've been burning already. That one there, it's got a 17 wick, and that one's got a 16 wick. You could see the edges on that, it's not quite got a full melt pool. I am confident as it goes down the glass, as the glass gets hotter, that it will reach a full melt pool down the bottom. Even without a full melt pool, the candle does smell pretty good, to be honest. Like, I could smell it within sort of the first hour. Sometimes with SCX wax, I find it does struggle a bit. However, this one with the 17 wick is perfect. It's got perfect melt pool. It's not too hot. The melt pool's not too crazy. It's got a nice steady flame. So that one, I'm quietly confident. I'm hoping I'm hoping as it goes down the glass, it just doesn't get too hot, because that's what I'm worried about. As I think that one is going to be perfect once it gets down the bottom. So with these like container candles, it doesn't always necessarily matter if you've got a full melt pool at the top. It might just affect scent throw. As it goes down the glass, it will get hotter and it will melt all the wax. Bear with me, I still have a few sniffles left, just a few sniffles. Nothing too bad, I am over most of my illness. The husky voice has faded, unfortunately. I did start to like it. Felt very, very sexy. It's about an hour and a half since I started, so that's the first one, which is a CL16. As I said, it is almost achieving a full melt pool as it goes down and the glass on the outside gets hotter. The middle one is a CL17, so a slightly larger wick, which I think has almost got like a pretty much perfect melt pool right from the get-go. And the other one is a CL16, but I haven't trimmed the wick properly, so it's quite a big flame. But I think as it burns out and goes down, it will do similar to that one there. About 2 hours in, that's the one with a CL16, so it's pretty much caught up. Got a nice bit of residual down the sides, which increases the hot throw. The middle got CL17, nice even melt pool, looks really good to me. And then this one's still a CL16, so a slightly smaller one than 17, but because I didn't trim the wick properly, we've got a big old flame there, so I might have to trim that in a bit. But at the moment, really nice hot throw from that. And a nice melt pool, just a bit of a wild flame, so I think we'll trim it. So I split all the candles up so I can assess the hot throw in different rooms, because it's a bit of a blur having them all together. So let's have a look at each candle and see how they're performing. So this one is doing pretty well. I think it is the scent that might be making the flame not as big as the other ones, but I think it's got a pretty perfect melt pool, to be honest. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I would say that is a success. So I think for that one, definitely nailed it. I think the new wax, the S41, mixed with the SCX wax, it makes a very good blend. Very good hot and cold through. Nice glass adhesion and a slow burning candle, so it should last a long time. And then this one, the flame one, is very big. The melt pool's a little bit too big. I think what I'll do is I'll probably blow it out and then trim the wick and give it another test tomorrow and just see how that gets on with a wick which is the right size. It's nothing too bad, but I think the flame's a little bit too big for my liking. And then we'll look at the third one, that'll be the last one. Yeah, got a nice little melt pool there. Flame's sort of still going. It's not too hot, but they've been burning for a good 5+ hours now. So I think they're all performing very well. I am happy with all of them. The hot throw from all of them is really, really good. So I think a bit more testing and then we'll see exactly where we are. So overall from my testing, I'm very, very happy with that. I think the mix with SCX wax and S41 is almost perfect. I think just the addition of having that S41 has really elevated the hot throw for the candles. I think there's just been a bit of a struggle with SCX wax by itself. They make good candles. They don't always work with all fragrance oils, which is something that bums me out, because sometimes I find a fragrance oil that I really, really like, but I can't get it to work because it doesn't seem to work with the wax. Either that or the fragrance oil is dud. But the addition of the S41, I think it just brings that hot throw out of the candle, and these could be some of the best candles I've ever made. So a bit more testing. I'm quite excited this could work really well for my new project and the thing I'm working on in the background, which is going to be my slightly different brand that stands out. I think this could be the key to making the best candle I've ever made. So yeah, very excited. And that's the end of the video. So I'll see you in the next one. If you found this useful, give it a like and subscribe. Bye bye.